It all comes down to this, the final round of the 2024 PDGA US Amateur Disc Golf Championship. Back nine coverage on day 3 of this PDGA Major, thanks to Discraft and, of course, Gatekeeper Media for bringing us this footage. Grant Zellner and Nathan Queen. It's been really a pretty quick weekend, honestly, with players in contention and really needing to jump on the momentum now. It is crunch time.
Yeah, crunch time as these amateurs wrap up this, like you said, seemingly quick 3-round major. Looking for likely their first major title. We've got Lucas Carmichael out in front of Ryan Monn by 2. Gavin Cunningham making a strong push from Chase Card or beyond, I believe.
Hole number 10, a 507-foot par 4, mostly uphill. A pretty soft par 4 to start things off on the back nine.
Yeah, played as the easiest hole on the course all 3 rounds, I do believe, as Ryan Monn is going to pull this off to the right just a little bit, but doesn't look like he got in too much trouble there.
This is Lucas Carmichael, your leader by 2.
Oh, man. This is how you want to draw that drive up.
Wow.
I believe that's the best we've seen on the weekend so far.
The lefty, Ross Kimbrell.
I'm thinking Lucas might be close to circle 2 there.
Oh, that'll be fun to watch. Meanwhile, Ethan Owens.
Yeah, he's still a bit of a slow start, looking for his first birdie on the round, and this hole is the good opportunity to do that. He's put himself in great position for that opportunity after the tee shot.
Back to Ryan Monn, trying to get up and down to not lose any ground on his card mates. That'll work.
Yeah, and Ross Kimbrell a little bit low out of his hand, but with the shortness of this par 4, no trouble there. He's going to be well inside circle 1 looking for a birdie.
Ethan Owens just chipping up for the drop-in birdie. And look at this from Lucas Carmichael.
Yeah, certainly inside circle 2. And go ahead and count it. Gets the eagle with a circle 2 look here on hole 10. We take a look from the backside. Clean flight. Never a wobble in the putt and hyzered right to the center. After a bit of a slow start, Lucas Carmichael coming back strong.
Everybody else with boring birdies by comparison, and we've just watched, I believe, the best played hole by a card, at least in terms of the cards that we've covered this weekend.
Yeah, Ethan here looking to round out. You know, I said I've been calling it a diamond frame because there's only 4 points on it, but I guess we've got 5 under par here, so we'll go with the star frame here on hole 10, even with 4 people.
To the 11th, a downhill par 3, 442 feet. Things wrap around from the right. The basket is not visible from the tee pad. Got to trust that line. Carmichael first.
Oh, trying a bit of a high flex line. A bit dangerous to me with all the trouble that you've got left and right. I think forehand or lefty backhand, you kind of need to go low driven line. This is looking pretty good from Ryan, but a little too turned over. Don't really want much flex, I don't believe. Just want it to fly straight.
Ross Kimbrell trying to keep pace with the leaders, going to the left-handed backhand.
Yeah, and speaking of flying straight.
Oh!
Oh my goodness.
Flushed.
We've got Ross Kimbrell dead center here on hole 11.
That is so awesome.
As we've got
So
the lefty backhand ace. Oh my goodness. You know we're going to take a look at this one again.
Cardmates loving it out of the hand, knowing it's on a good line, but you don't know until you hear it. A perfect line from Ross Kimbrell. What a memory.
Oh, incredible shot. Such touch on that disc, using understable flight to just penetrate the air straight towards the basket.
And Ethan Owens. Wow, flashing the basket himself.
Yeah, trying to do his best follow-up impression. Comes up just a bit short. Well-deserved point at the camera there for Ross Kimbrell. Gonna gain at least 2 strokes here, as that does not go in for Lucas Carmichael. Man, 2 eagles. We've got an eagle and an ace back-to-back here at the United States Disc Golf Amateur Championships.
An embarrassment of riches to start off our back 9 coverage. Lucas Carmichael saves the par and is happy to have done so.
Yeah, that card's birdie for him on the last 2 holes with his eagle. He is still well in position. As Ethan Owens liked the taste of his first birdie on the last one, he's gotten himself back to even.
All right, the heart rate begins to settle back to normal. We move to the 12th, the steeply uphill. Short par 3 at just 267 feet. Of course, it plays much longer than that with the steeps here at the Toboggan course.
Let's get that back-to-back. We have another ace opportunity here. Just saying. Oh, he's going to go with the also difficult to do back up with a pretty good birdie look there.
Ethan Owens, a little pull out of the hand, but that could work out, and indeed it does. A little skip back to the center. Uphill birdie big coming his way. Now Lucas Carmichael.
Just a little bit low early out of Lucas's hand. May still get a long look at it, but that uphill going to make it a bit more difficult. So Ryan and Ross both with a chance to make up a stroke here. Ross in the best position.
Ooh, Carmichael knew it. Knew it needed to get flat, and it does.
Oh, and some lift out of the hand. Putting uphill there. Seems like it may have been into a headwind. Oh,
Buried Ryan Monn.
Yeah, able to bury it from circle 2. Knows that gains him a stroke back. And Ross Kimbrell, what a stretch over the last 3 holes. 4 under par.
Suddenly a tie in second.
Nobody is immune to a course like Northwood Black.
Just throwing laser beams.
That's so good.
Bresnell, the birdie, the fist pump.
Critical shot.
Gotta get up. Bresnell.
That is a shot of a champion.
Your 2024 Champions Cup winner, Andrew Bresnell.
The 13th at the Toboggan course is a 526-foot par 3, at least it is in today's configuration. Very difficult par 3 though, with a late gap and a very sharp dogleg to the right.
Yeah, one of the tougher late gaps to hit at the correct speed and angle. A lot of the time when you do hit this late gap, you skip right into the rough, which is really okay. If you've hit the gap, you're far enough to get up and down for your par, but just a difficult one to really get in a good position for birdie.
Here's Ryan Monn going to the forehand.
This looks to be close to what you want. Oh, no.
One tree trunk to beat, just one, and he squares it up.
Yeah, I believe that still may have put him a little bit right, but definitely kept him from being in circle 2.
Yep. That's beautiful. Great shot.
And there you go. You'll take that, or I would take that all day, any day on this hole.
I would take that in 2. Lucas Carmichael a little early of the gap, but to your point, Nathan, probably okay to get up and down from over there.
Yeah, maybe a bit of a small bid there from Ryan. Not a bad one to give it a run on one of the safer greens on the course, as it's kind of down.
Ooh.
And that's going to slow down that hot stretch that Ross has been on, as he is likely to take a bogey here minus a throw-in.
Everybody into drop-in range. One more putt of length to go. Carmichael.
Oh, and ended up with a birdie bid out of a little bit early on the gap. Just going to catch some metal, though. And just like round 2, there were 6 birdies on this hole today, so par playing pretty well.
At the 14th, you want to get out into the open 800 feet, as far up the hill as you can for a chance at getting into this green, which jumps off to the left at the very last moment. We'll start things off with Ryan Monn.
And he's pulled that a little bit right, but it does end up fading back in time to not be too far off the fairway.
Out on the open, but short. Lucas now.
Oh, and a great height on this. Got good power. And well up the fairway. Going to get himself far enough to be able to attack the green from there.
Nice shot shape here from Ross Kimbrell.
Oh yeah, also not quite as far up the fairway, but still well executed. A little more difficult for Ross to be able to attack this green, finishing so far to the left.
So Ethan Owens throwing first.
It's got to get down. Oh!
Oh, hey. A little, what would that be? Berm love? Grass love?
Yeah, Matt, I like berm the best on that one. Little bit of berm love as Ryan playing that tall grass on the right side should still be positioned for par. Oh, and what a scary shot from Ross, but a well-executed one at that. Although he did skip off of that last rope, he still looks like he's inside circle two, looking at a very tough birdie.
Lucas Carmichael trying to also get up to the flat. Plenty of power to do so.
Yeah, pretty much tap-in status there. As Ethan, after the berm love, looking to get up and down for par. Should have it done.
Tricky little stance here for Monn.
Yep, great shot.
And the wind makes an appearance yet again.
Yeah. Quite random today. Oh, man.
Come on.
No matter.
One more look, please.
I honestly think this makes a ton of sense. He's got a tailwind right here, and he's been hitting high on a lot of his putts. Just had to put this same spot he has been, and it dropped it right in there. Beautiful bounce back putt there from Ross Kimbrell.
What a stretch, too. Carmichael with the birdie.
Gonna be extending his lead over Ryan Monn. And now Ross Kimbrell after that putt, who's gotten himself back tied to second.
Couple of par cleanups. And to the 15th. Another par 4, this one 567 feet. The tee pad does not follow the angle of virtually all of the fairway, so a bit of a placement shot to start and then downhill to the finish.
Yeah, not playing quite as easy as hole 10, but still on the easier side compared to the rest of the course. As you see, a great shot there to the middle. It's going to leave him a similar distance to that shot to the pin, but it's going to be looking straight at it.
Ross Kimbrell hoping to match Lucas's start. Drifts a little bit more to the right side of the fairway.
Yeah, I'm sure he meant to leave that out a little bit straighter to the left, but right side, I believe, is a better mistake than pushing too far straight to the left. As we see a third great shot on this hole from Ryan Monn.
And Ethan Owens. Well positioned. So Lucas Carmichael will throw first. Everything right in front of you here.
Oh, yes. A well-executed shot there. Letting the disc handle the work, not really forcing anything. Nice late turnover shot. Gonna put himself well in position for a birdie.
Kimbrell with just a little bit more work to do. And now Ethan Owens.
Yeah, and that's going to be a birdie look for his first opportunity to be under par on the round.
Ryan Monn knows it's go time with a 3-stroke deficit to make up. Good shot there.
And a scary putt here for Ross Kimbrell. Circles the edge back downhill, and again, just a little bit high.
Owens.
Yeah, just a little bit low from Owens there. Quite a steep hill, so understandable to be tentative. Lucas Carmichael, though. Back-to-back birdies, 6 down on his round. And well out in the lead.
Monn, this is a must-make.
Oh, the feelings that I just felt looking at Ethan back in the background. Just sitting there staring. But Ryan Monn able to connect, also 6 down on his round.
We're through 54 holes.
It is going to be an exciting championship Sunday.
Evelina with what might have been the single best drive in the division.
Evelina has been so good at throwing those direct lines.
2024 PDGA Champions Cup presented by Bushnell winner, Evelina Zellner.
To the 16th, a downhill par 3 at 396 feet. Lucas Carmichael taking the box. He's got a 3-stroke lead with 3 to play.
And catches that guardian tree in the center of the fairway. That opens the door for Ryan here. And a little bit of lift and turn to the right, so both out of position. Ryan a bit worse position. He's got a clean round going thus far. Gonna need to get up and down to keep that going.
Kimbrell also too high.
Ethan gonna miss that guardian tree in the middle, but misses everything else also. Skips on into the rough past the basket. May or may not have a look. And Ryan Monn may or may not have a look here. Oh, what a shot.
Opportunity to save the par. Lucas needs to match. Both players with testers.
Ross Kimbrell going back to the righty forehand touch shot there.
Just that close for Ethan Owens.
Again, trying to get that round under par. Not quite able to connect. And what a tester putt there from Ryan Monn. Solid par save.
Kicking a little bit of pressure back over to Lucas. Handled.
Yeah, answers back. Gonna go. We've talked about it these first 2 rounds, 17 and 18. What a difficult finishing stretch. Lucas Carmichael gonna go into the final 2. Hardest 2 holes on the course with the 3-stroke lead. And
here we are at the 7th, one of the more iconic holes. Out of a list of iconic holes here at the Toboggan course, 755 feet, a par 4, uphill finish here to a basket perched precariously on the hilltop. A bunch of out of bounds to deal with, especially up the left. And Carmichael throwing first.
Yeah, mistake to make here, if you make one, is pushing too far straight or too far right. You really don't want to catch this OB. But no mistake made there. Lucas Carmichael in the fairway and in position to attack this green.
Here's Ryan Monn.
And certainly that OB looming in his head has made that mistake and pushed it a little bit too far straight. You never know if you end up with a stance to attack the green or not. Certainly reachable distance-wise. We'll just have to see what his stance is like.
Ross Kimbrell having to take on the OB, and does so.
Yeah, I love to see it. And something we haven't seen from the righty player is that same play, throwing out over the OB. But he's executed that as well. Going to be a bit farther back. May be able to attack the green, but could just be playing for the par.
Monn just snaps that disc from a standstill out of the rough and into the open space, trying to get up and down for the par.
Yeah, it looks like Ethan is just playing that forehand to get in position. Just outside circle 2 there, looking to get up and down for his par. Oh, and a big rip from Ross, and just turns it over too much. Now could have a pretty difficult look in there on the left side.
Carmichael looking straight up the hill at the basket.
My goodness, Lucas Carmichael. Beautiful 2 shots here on 17. In position to pick up possibly another stroke even here on Ryan Monn heading to the final.
Everybody else trying to play up to the flat of the top of the hill, and there's not a lot of flat to work with up there.
Dude, that is sick.
Kimbrell a little bit up and over.
Ryan Monn able to connect on his par. And Ross Kimbrell now going to be looking to do the same after a pretty good scramble shot out of the woods.
Kimbrell gets that disc to settle. Now Ethan Owens.
And executed his game plan nicely. Forehand, layup for par. And Lucas Carmichael now trying to put a dagger in for the 4-stroke lead.
Oh no, that looked on edge. It was on edge. Rolls away just a little bit. Now a little bit of a tester coming back for Carmichael.
And showing a little bit of nerves here, I think. It's been pretty solid on the putting green for the round here. A little wobbly on that first putt. So from gaining a stroke to losing a stroke, still a 2-stroke lead here going into the 18th, 660-foot par 4, OB left and right, the entire fairway, dogleg right, and then kind of a second dogleg right, depending on how far you get off of the tee shot.
The most difficult hole on the course finishes things off for this PDGA Major. Ryan Monn with the box and looking at a 2-stroke deficit.
Yeah, 6 down, clean round. So in position there to likely get a par. I don't think he needs to try to get aggressive and get the birdie there. Just a bit too far back.
Great shot from Ethan Owens.
I'd love to see Ross really try to get into this. Has a good opportunity to get up there and attack for birdie if he can get far enough. But man, catches that early branch. Looks like he's going to stay in bounds, though.
And now Lucas Carmichael. Oh dear, Lucas off the first tree and straight out of bounds, which lines the right side of the fairway. So throwing 3.
An awkward stance throwing 3, but well executed. He's up at the top of the hill. Has an up and down for bogey, but not an easy one. He's still close to 300 feet out, maybe more.
Ross Kimbrell couldn't have known it, but it turned on edge and rolled out of bounds for Ross. Over to Ethan.
Just going to be looking to pitch around the corner. And he does stay in bounds over there on the right side. So Ryan is a little bit farther up than I thought. Does have a chance to get a little aggressive, but keeps it on the safer side of aggressive with that height. He's going to be par play. So with that in mind, Lucas needs to get this up and down for the win. Put this close. Oh, man.
A second red flag on the hole for Lucas Carmichael. Ross Kimbrell into the shadow of the basket, but the issue's still in doubt as we get another look at a very creative little skipping backhand from the lefty.
Yeah, able to catch the lone little mulchy dirt spot there to ensure he gets that skip. Ethan gonna, again, well execute that par that he was looking for. So this here already for double bogey, needs to make this at this point, has to run this. Oh, and he gives it a good run at that, almost connects.
So Ryan Monn, knowing an up and down here.
That does it.
It does it for him.
Wow. 17 and 18 at the Toboggan, rearing its teeth today.
Almost speechless you feel for Lucas. But you also take absolutely nothing away from Ryan Monn with a bogey-free final round, earning every bit of this PDGA Major. Ryan Monn, South Carolina.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 PDGA United States Amateur Disc Golf Champion, Ryan Monn.
And well done, Ryan Monn, bringing it back to South Carolina. As you said, just clean round the entire way. That's you can't think of a much better way to finish it out. You know, playing clean golf.
Never panicked, kept everything right there in front of him, and it pays off in the long run. Ryan Monn, a one-throw victory over Lucas Carmichael. Ross Kimbrell, a tie in third with the hot shooting Gavin Cunningham, who worked his way up the leaderboard 16 positions on day number 3 to podium. at this PDGA Major. For Nathan Queen, I'm Grant Zellner, thanking you for watching this coverage of the 2024 United States Amateur Disc Golf Championship.